Hello out there in the YouTubeverse. Welcome to another video from your friends here at Supraliminal Games. My name is Max, and for once I'm not by myself on a video. I have Jared with me.
Hi, it's not even a release or preview thing.
No, we're just going to record. We have Arena Cube up, so we want to do it while it's hot. We have a lot of people hanging out with us in chat. Big thanks to everybody for hanging out with us. We appreciate it greatly. And we're going to do an Arena Cube draft for all of you out there. If you're unfamiliar with the Arena Cube, they put it out between sets from time to time for you to play, so there's something a little different. And it's just a bunch of powerful cards from all different sets. So we're going to go ahead and give it a go and see what we can cobble together.
It's almost like we're filming on location since it's in the middle of a normal stream.
Right, exactly. Yeah, so hang out with us on our streams. These happen every Sunday at 8 p.m. Eastern Time. We're here playing Arena. It's good stuff. So,
right.
We're looking
you wanted to go aggro, so
yes.
Cleansing Nova. No.
I say Bomat Courier is the best aggro card in the deck.
It is.
The best straight-up card in the deck for a pack one pick one is a tough call because there's nothing in this pack that is like particularly amazing.
Not really.
It's an overall pretty big disappointment for a pack in terms of giving you direction for a cube draft. Of course, all these cards are amazing, right? They're in the cube, so these are all high power level cards.
Is it bad? I want you to force Obosh.
The odds.
Yeah.
Odd mana costs. Let's grab Bomat. We can see if we can mono red, because there's nothing that's going to put our opponents or our player to the left in mono red out of this pack. Okie dokie. I see a Ministrant. Thalia in white makes me want to go Boros immediately, because Thalia is a tank.
I also like Waking the Trolls, but yeah, that's Thalia is a great pickup here if we can get it.
If we can wheel the Sacred Foundry or this Lava Man, I'm in. I mean, I'll even take this Ministrant, honestly. But yeah, that's a good sign for us that white looks to be at least the start of open. Young Pyromancer is decent. Glorious Protector is okay. It's a little expensive. Aether Harvester is good. Shadow Spear is very good as well. This is a nice aggro card. It doesn't play too well with Thalia, but I think it may be better than Young P or Shadow Spear. Like, Young P is not bad. But yeah, I think the Shadow Spear here, it's a little of an awkward pick after Thalia, but it's better, I think, than any card in there for us. I see a Banneret, but I also see an Usher of the Fallen. I'm going to lean towards that as the better of the 2/1 drops.
Yes.
Luris, also a potential if it wheels.
Ooh, yeah.
Luris is pretty good. Could go for the Luris companion, right? Two possible companions.
I mean, oof, I want you to do that too.
Right? It would be fun. But we'll see what we can cobble together. Right now, we have the start of what looks like a possible Boros or simply white aggro deck. And I don't mind pivoting into another color if we need to. If red gets cut, then so be it. It looks like white's fairly open. Usher's a high impact card, as is Thalia. So I think white looks open, at least thus far. Hopefully we can keep white out of the hands of our other pod participants. Who we got? Podticipants, thank you. Beer Buddha. Very interesting. I don't... Mir Drawl Tribe? Sure. I like Mir. Man. Definitely enjoy a Mir deck. I see a Red God. I see a Sajiri Shelter. I see a Valorous Stance. Unbreakable Formation. A lot of tricks here.
I like Red God, though.
Red God, whenever a creature or planeswalker an opponent controls is dealt excess non-combat damage. This fellow deals damage equal to the excess to any target other than that permanent. It's equipment. Equips for 2 and gives unattach it to deal 3 damage to any target and then return it to its hand. And then equipped creature gets +3/+0 if it's legendary. So it's pretty spicy.
Yeah.
I like the Valor Stance a lot as well, doubling as a protection spell and a removal spell for a big creature. I think it's between the two. I say let's take the white card and give them the red card, though I haven't seen the God in action yet. I suspect it could be better. But the Valor Stance is simple and it's white, and I think there's some value there. We almost are 100% on white. Red could go either way. I don't want to delve too deeply into red. Seasoned Hollowblade's a great pickup.
Ooh, yeah.
There's a Claim the Firstborn and an Act of Treason. I wouldn't mind seeing either of those if
It'd be iffy, but we will see 2 cards out of this pack.
Yeah, it looks like my guess would be Visitation and Bag of Holding, but...
yeah.
Our active Treason is an often passed pretty heavily card, so we'll see. Claim's not too bad. I don't hate it. It's not great, but I don't hate it. This is not a Crush the Weak deck. Warrior's fine, but not great. There's no dual land here that really helps us. Workite Marauder, though, isn't bad. If we end up switching to blue as a aggro, like, blue-white deck.
Bit weird, but I like it.
Yeah, I like it better than the Minotaur, because the Minotaur is just expensive, and a tap land kind of stinks in a deck like this.
Yes.
So I'll take the shot at possibly pivoting into blue over. Right now we just have Bomat Courier for our red cards, but if we see something really good in red, we can go white, red, and just a little bit of red. I have no problem with that. The advantage to a deck like this is we get to play a lot of colorless lands if we want to, and we get to have perfect mana all the time. So it's really nice.
Mentor, yeah,
over Clifftop Retreat. It's a good fixing piece if we want to go into red-white, but Mentor is a tank. This card's very good. Takes us off the Lurrus step, but we don't know if Lurrus is going to wheel. I just play Lurrus as a 3-drop, though.
Oh, God, yeah.
3/2 lifelink for 3 is fine with me. And the ability to get me back like an Usher of the Fallen? Sure, all in. Or Mythalia? Sounds great. Blue-white aggro tempo. It's possible, JP. That's what we're looking at, yeah.
I know we don't really play Commander because of the situation of the world, but I really want to build a deck that has Lurrus as a companion.
That's interesting.
And I already have the general in mind of Ailey.
It's a good choice.
Just because it needs to be black-white, and if it's a 2-drop, you can actually use the companion.
Absolutely. We have Militia Bugler versus Deemworthy here. Deemworthy's not bad. It's expensive removal. We could also play just Castle Ardenvale as a land that does stuff.
You could also weaponize the monsters.
Can sacrifice our creatures for damage. Or dual cast rage. You like the castle? I think
Castle makes the most sense for us.
Castle's good. Bugler probably second for me. And then the red cards after that. There's a Lava Man, which is tempting. Sacred Foundry, though, might be the pick over Lava Man.
I like that, yeah.
It fixes our mana if we go that direction.
It allows us to at least keep the Bomat in there.
Yeah. Guardian Idol versus Aethersphere Harvester. Kind of like the Harvester. It's a vehicle is interesting. It's easy to crew, and it's hard to deal with without instant speed removal.
Yeah.
So I do like that over the Guardian Idol, which would be better in another deck.
Like, it's less of an aggro card than a mid-range, but it's still really nice.
Okay, cool. Goblin Banner at Wheel, which leads me to believe that maybe red's not being cut. If we're seeing... I mean, it's a good 1-drop.
Yeah.
So, that's kind of nice. Maybe we'll get the... I don't think we can see the other red-white land we saw. I don't think that has potential to wheel.
I think that would have to be the last pick, because that was in the pick. Yeah.
Okay. Unbreakable Formation's a possible playable. All of our creatures gain indestructible if they go to wipe the board, or we can kill them.
Could just pay, triple white to have a great Anthem effect.
It's crazy, right? And both of the cards wheeled.
Okay.
I'll take a Claim the Firstborn.
That means that the land might be last. Which was the... I get Clifftop Retreat? Okay, no.
Yeah, it was a Clifftop Retreat. You are correct. Angel of Invention, very good in this. Is a nice top-end card for us. Abrade's really nice as a cheap removal spell. It's interactive. I don't think either... Maybe these wheel. There is an Icy in here, which I think the player probably to our right's going to take. Also, Epiphany in here is quite good. Would have loved that in our last stack.
Yeah.
I like Abrade here.
I don't think Abrade... And I don't think the Angel's coming back, but Abrade is really good.
Yeah, I kind of like Abrade here. It's just cheap. It deals with a troublesome artifact like the Icy Manipulator we saw. It just does everything we want it to do. Heliod's Intervention's for us. Shepherd of the Flock's okay, and maybe the take. It's better than pretty much any other white or red card in the pack.
Sadly, yeah. Ugh.
Yeah, it's decent. It can pick up a card that's about to die for very little mana.
Yeah.
And then it can just be a 3/1 on turn 2 and look like Rick Grimes. That's also a thing it does.
It's not his fault.
It's not.
Good old Grimy.
Mm-hmm.
How is he anyway?
Possibly could have stayed mono away. Absolutely, JP. And still an off chance, right? We wheel something decent. Not certain for red. Absolutely true. I like the interaction because right now we're a little soft on any kind of interaction. We don't know. The one thing that white doesn't have a great time with in this cube list, from looking at the cube list earlier, seems to be his cheap removal. Like Swift Response is one of our better cards. That's not great. I like Legion's Landing here a lot.
I like a lot of these cards. Like Basri Cat is real good.
We saw him wheel last time. With the double white, it's hard for people to splash him if they're not white. I think we got him for sure. I think we take the Legion's Landing here.
Yeah, Legion's Landing is definitely the pickup, but man,
yeah,
I'd be happy with a few of these things. Even Giant Killer's pretty good.
Yeah, absolutely. The Chomp Down is another...
Chomp?
Chop down. Chomp down would be a reverse, yeah.
It's not eating the beanstalk.
Yeah. Yeah, I think we do wheel Basri, and JP's in agreement with the wheeling of Basri, and I think that's correct. Benelish Marshall here. Don't hate that.
Only because that's the only card I want out of this
It's
deck.
the only card for us, but it's a nice one. It's I'm kind of glad it was the only card, because in another pack it might have been like, well, I don't know. But it feels very good.
It's more like we could have picked up something else, and that probably would have come back around.
Yeah. Triple white,
Because,
like impossible.
Yeah, nobody wants that.
Yeah. Declaration Stone's a nice piece of removal.
Yeah, I was going to say SRAM, but then, ooh, yeah.
Yeah, exile target creature and all other creatures with the same name, so it clears tokens. Very good pickup for us here. Inspiring Vantage likely wheels this early. There's a treasure map in here as well I like, but I just want that cheap removal. Ancestral Blade versus nothing else. Sigiled Sword of Valoron. Sigiled Sword's expensive. 3 equip is crazy. This makes a dude and is cheap to equip.
Yeah, I like the Blade here.
Yeah, I think it's a little bit better than the Sigiled Sword. And like neither are lighting the world on fire, but they're fine. Pillar of Flame here looks like the take, another cheap removal spell. Lightning Axe is a little expensive. In terms of you can't discard a card, which is fine, but not great. But I think the Pillar of Flame here is just a nice little removal spell. And it's an exile effect, which is not negligible. Rimrock Knight, looking better than... Let's read Showdown of the Skulls real quick. Exile top 4 cards of your library, you can play them. Whenever you cast a spell, put a 1/1 counter on a target creature you control for the next 2. It's expensive, though.
Yeah, it's a weird little... It's a card draw spell, though.
Is the slam? Okay. I'm willing to give it to you as JP. Let's try it.
Yeah, it's until your next turn, so it's pretty good.
Definitely bored. Okay. All right. JP says it is a windmill slam, so we'll see. And again, if you out there on YouTube want to hang out with us and tell us what cards to take, feel free. We're always open to opinion. The goal here is just to get better, right? We're trying to pick the right cards. I've never played with this, so I'm excited to try it. Yeah, trying to get better.
My goal is just to hang out and make dumb plays.
Well, I mean, that's also fun. That's part of Magic, too. Wow, Icy Wield? How weird is that?
Huh.
Goblin Ruin Blaster is an interesting one, but not great. The kicker's hard for us on double red.
Yeah.
I'll just take the Icy. I mean, maybe it makes the deck. It's expensive, but...
That's weird. I don't like what you're doing.
I'll put it in there for now.
All right. But it'll cost 5 when we have out Thalia.
Yeah, JP, Icy, it's so good. It will cost 5 when Thalia's out, it's true. But I think we're in a good spot with a lot of good pressure, a lot of good removal backup. I mean...
Spellland?
I guess. None of this is making the deck.
Yeah.
It's a must come in tapped. None of this is making the deck, let's be honest.
Yeah.
We're not wheeling a whole lot out of here. Karn feels worse than the Giant Killer. Giant Killer can at least come down on 1 and tap stuff. And if we can start putting things down on turn 1 and attacking, we get to flip our Legion's Landing faster. We get to start pressuring.
Makes the Bomat and Usher better.
Yes. Yeah, you nailed it. It's just everything gets a little bit better that way. I don't think we're going to pivot out of red, but I will take the blue-white land just in case. There's the Inspiring Vantage we were talking about wheeling. I like that better than Saheeli.
So you did not get that Angel or Basri back.
That's right. Interesting that Basri didn't wheel.
Yeah.
May just be an opponent who's just like, I don't want to play against Basri, because it doesn't feel like anybody else is really doing what we're doing, per se. But that's okay. With the
Okay, so here's nothing for... Well,
it's these two cards. Yeah, it's Lava Coil versus the Needle Verge Pathway.
Well, Fight as One's kind of interesting.
It is. I don't want to say what's going to wheel and what's not, because clearly I can't call it. But
yeah, it's one of the freaking mythics wheel. Who knows?
Pathway does give us kind of much better mana, and JP makes a good point. Lava Coil is another removal spell. We've gotten enough interaction, we could make it work, so I feel like it's between the two, but I do think Pathway's a little bit better. Pathway we know 100% makes the deck right now. That's
true. And it makes cutting it later easier.
Yes. Shatterskull Smashing's pretty nice. Tajik's pretty nice.
Heroic Reinforcements is really nice.
Heroic Reinforcements can straight up win a game on the spot.
Tajik, though.
It's tough. All three of those cards are very good.
I went Tajik probably based on...
The Enforcements, I think JP's right, wins us the game. So we drop the Manipulator, we play the Reinforcements, and then we'll see if Tajik or Shatterskull wheel. Mikaeus is fine. It can come down on 2. If we need to, Fairgrounds Warden, though. Removal on Amans.
I like removal on Amans.
Yeah, I think I like that better than Mikaeus. Mikaeus takes a lot of time to make good not engaging in combat. So I think the Fairgrounds Warden's a little bit better. You like the Ameria's Call? Interesting.
God, I hope never to get the 7 mana.
Right, though. That's the thing. It can't come in untapped. It is unique in that way. And it could give us a win, potentially, if we play a super long game. I kind of just like the Fairgrounds Warden here, though. Just curve out as my creature on 3. My 1 and 2s get in. I'm going to take the Fairgrounds Warden. But I do see why that could be valuable. Banishing Lights, God's Willing, Tormentor's Helm, and Remorseful Cleric in this pack. Plus a Royal Eruption I didn't even see till just now. Royal Eruption's pretty good. That can win us a game. I can deal 5 damage to opponent's face in the late game. Tormentor's Helm makes every creature a little bit better. You like the Monument? Whenever you cast a creature spell, make a warrior. Helm and Monument and Royal Eruption were a little worse with Thalia in the deck. Could just be Cleric. Go wide. It's all valid points. I guess I'll take the Eruption and just make sure I have that interaction on 2. Alseid here, probably better than Pride of the Conquerors. Spikefield Hazard's a decent piece of removal that doubles as a land. Go wide with Reinforcements, it's a fair point. Good chance that one wheels, though. There's something out of that pack that's wheeling for sure.
Yeah.
Look, I like Alseid, I think. Protecting our creatures is something unique. Spikefield's decent, and it can be a land, so it's like, oh cool, we can run less land, but 1 damage, while it is important, isn't, fantastic. So I'll take the Alseid, protect a creature, let us get through the last damage we need. Throne of the Godfair is an interesting way to win. I don't think it would make the deck, though. There's Vampire Lighthawk, which I like a lot.
I like that one so much.
Charming Prince is decent. The Scry 2 on this is very powerful, makes it a very good 2-drop. 2-drop is better than 3-drop.
We have a lot of 2-drop, though.
We do. 2s are 8, 3s are 5. I'm going to take the Prince because I'm a coward.
Yeah, you are.
Shock here looks pretty good. There's also an Integrity Intervention.
Yeah.
That's a little bit more unique. A pump effect we don't have, and then a possible removal spell for the win. Yeah, feels a little bit better than Shock. Scorching Dragonfire versus Skewer the Critics here.
Oof. What? Oh, man.
Both are very good. Dragonfire exiles, and it can hit Planeswalkers. Skewer the Critics can just win the game.
I think I like Dragonfire better because of the exile.
Yeah, I like the fact that it's a little cheaper out of the gate, too. Lava Coil, Fight is 1. Yeah. I think it's Lava Coil.
And also exiles.
Yes.
For cheap.
Now I feel bad about that Royal Eruption pick. So many playables, yeah, so many playables. We're about 32 with 4 land.
Yeah.
We're definitely 16 land. There's no question about that.
Words. Your mouth.
Yep. Nothing for us here. We'll put Experimental Frenzy down because that's an interesting one. Yeah, pivot. Get that Mana War.
Hell yeah.
Whatever it's called, that mage that's a Mana War.
Major War.
Torbrand. Take him, sure.
Yeah.
We're not playing him, but he's certainly cool. It was a weird draft for red specifically.
Mm-hmm. To go. It's not open. Oh, it's very open. There's the Monument.
There you go, JP. Monument over God's Willing, I think, is fine. We had the Alseid, so we don't need the Gods. Or Spikefield Hazard probably over Pride.
Well, it depends on. Take a quick look, and are we actually going to be mono white?
It's a good question.
Probably not, but
I'll take the Spikefield Hazard. I think we're It's interesting. A land or a 7-drop. You think we're too spell heavy for an aggro deck? Right now we have 12 creatures, 18 non-creatures. So you are correct in the spell heaviness of it.
Yeah, a couple of our spells do make the creatures happen.
Yeah, so they kind of count. But yeah, I agree with you. I think there are some definite heft to our spell
landing,
count.
Monument, and Reinforcements are all semi-creatures.
Right. So I'm just looking around, kind of poking to see what we have access to. Claim the Firstborn's pretty weak. Spikefield Hazard versus Pillar of Flame. I don't think we want the tap land, so I don't even think that that's really a thing. So I think the Pillar's fine. Blade makes a guy, if you didn't name that one.
I did not. See? So many.
A lot of one and a red removal spells. Oh, yeah, 16 lands for sure.
Cut a mountain just to have it completely even. Well, yeah.
Yeah.
More or less.
I think we want more plains than mountains. I wonder why it's putting the mountain count so high.
Because secondly, we also have Castle Ardenvale. So it was even. Like a dead even split.
Good call. I like the 1-drop creatures. I like our 2-drop creatures for the most part. Maybe Valor's Stance is now a little weak, but maybe it's probably just one of these. Like, we probably want to cut red as much as we can. We don't want to cut red completely, but we do want to cut some red spells. Yes, I agree with you. Royal Eruption, Scorching Dragonfire do similar things.
Well, the Lava Coil.
Lava Coil and Eruption. Or Lava Coil, yeah, sorry. Lava Coil and... Yeah, so... We're not going to want to cast this at instant speed, so I think the Lava Coil is more pertinent in that regard. I like the Abrade because it can flex into artifacts. I like the Royal Eruption because it can go to the face. Declaration Stone, also a removal spell. Maybe Giant Killer's a little weak.
What's the front half?
1/2 taps a creature.
I meant the instant side. Destroy target.
4 or greater. It's like okay, but not great.
I mean, we have that.
We have Valor.
That's the same thing.
I think we probably drop both.
Yeah.
So I'm not liking Stance as much. We have the pump spell over here with Integrity Intervention. Like, if we move that to the 1-drop, makes things look a little bit cleaner. We drop that. And then we probably have to drop a 3-drop, which probably is Unbreakable Formation.
Probably, yeah.
The Aethersphere Harvester helps us get around board wipes, as does some of our other... like Heroic Reinforcements, putting in hasty creatures. The 41s. No, we're not doing that, JP.
I keep pushing for that, but he never wants to go for it.
Nope, he never does. We'll see how this one rolls. It looks pretty good.
Run an extra card. It's fine.
You can talk me into it sometimes in a slower, plottier deck, but in a deck like this, you're not getting me with an extra card. We need our draws to be our draws need to be, fantastic with a deck like this. And we're playing against the Mad Russian. Does he mean mad crazy, or is he, angry? That's the question.
Oh, a little bit of both.
Alseid into Shepherd into Benelish Marshal's what we're setting up for, with a Declaration Stone in there as well. I think this is fine.
My goodness, yes, this is wonderful. Just like we drew it up.
This is the plan. If we draw a red source, we can go into Banneret at a point. We'll see what the red source ends up being, but I do like just sticking to the 1/2/3. Put it on a mountain.
Come on, Inspiring Vantage.
Let's go ahead
Braid.
and attack. Okay, and then we'll play out our 3/1. And then hopefully we draw either a red source to cast an Braid Goblin Banneret, or we draw a white source to cast our Banish Marshal. Looks like they have a Spikefield Hazard or a Shock or something. Shock it is.
Yep.
It's kind of fine. Rather them use it there than... can't really shock out our Marshal, but... we'll see. I'd like like I said, a land of some stripe would be fantastic. It's not... as long as they're from... okay, so it looks like... red spells or something. I think we'd probably just Declaration Stone to get this out of our way and keep pressure up. But
yeah.
I don't know how much pressure one lifelink is, so maybe we just pass the turn. But passing the turn here feels kind of awful, but 1/3 just like dead stops so many of our cards. Maybe we give it a turn. Yeah, let's give it a turn. Not drawing land there is rough. Any land there would have been fantastic. Meanwhile, opponent showing off now 3-color, the full Mardu. Discard a card, exile the top 2 cards of your library. You may choose one of them, and you may play that card this turn. So maybe that's what they're setting up for. Opponent Mardu with Castle Embereth is interesting. Discarding a Viashino Pyromancer into an uncastable Lurrus and land. Okay.
Yeah, that kind of feels great.
Yeah. Yeah, opponent screwing around here is pretty nice. Magda. That probably needs to die. Okay. We can Marshal here. They're multiple turns away from the Dragon Master being a problem, so I think we Marshal attack. Because then they have to just block with Magda if they want to stop us. And this also kind of lets our opponent know our hand's full of gas. I think they kind of need that Magda, but they can't really attack back. Because Marshall gets to block.
Yeah.
And play Judith.
Damn it, Judith.
Still kind of fine with trading Magda here. Maybe we take it, because then we can just... it has to be dies. Yeah, I think we can take it, and then we can just exile Judith. It's a clean removal spell for her. Then all their creatures get a lot worse.
But we definitely need to get rid of Magda with Judith out, because holy crap, that combo.
Yeah. Okay, so we have lots of things we can do here. So I think Declaration Stone on Judith is probably the right place to start.
Yeah.
Okay. They get a clue. We can erupt something. We can attack first and see what they do. Try to get some information.
I don't know what they would go. They might go for like a weird double block on the Alcyon.
Which is kind of fine. We have a Braid to break that up.
I don't think they would, because that'd be weird.
That would be very strange. Opponent may be into weird. Okay, I was worried for a second. I was like, what?
Well, it's just a jump block, actually.
Yeah, it's just an even. We gain 2 life out of this one. Then I think we probably want to take down Magda with a Braid.
Yeah.
Because she's just too good. We can't let a Magda into an open board, basically. We could have put down Banneret, but that leaves us susceptible to any removal spell.
Mm-hmm.
So I think we just take care of her as it is. So they get to attack us. They're still not anywhere near 6 lands, so I'm not worried about the Dragon Master yet. It's getting to the point where the Dragon Master may have to chump block to keep their life total high.
Yeah.
We are pressuring them. See what they do, though.
See if they crack a clue to draw a land.
Yeah, if they crack clue in their main phase, that says a lot about what's going on. But opponent's deck's strange. We've seen 3, possibly even 4 colors now because of the Triumph. They foretell a card after manually tapping for it. Into Bomat Courier. So at least the Courier's going to hit, I wager. They're going for the Outcast. There's no interest in blocking. They do have mana to crack a clue with the treasure. And they don't bother to Channeler. Okay, so we have the Showdown of the Scalds.
Yes. Because we can play those cards, including lands.
Yeah, so let's start there, I think. This is pretty good. This is, JP said this card is a slam, so we'll see. We'll see how good it ends up being. Opponent looking to respond immediately with a Demon Bolt. Okay. So they're out of cards in hand. Okay, land is kind of nice.
Play Mountain and we can drop the Venerate.
Okay, we'll hold back on attacking, and then we get to go land into Fairgrounds Warden plus Thalia.
Yeah.
And
then we get to put counters on stuff.
Yeah. Yeah, all that comes down with additional counters on it, which is going to be pretty gross. Mediocre Matt, good evening. Thanks so much for dropping by. You are on the YouTubes as well. Behind Gunship's logo. That was there because Gunship lets us use their music. They let anybody use their music on a stream or similar for free. We can't play it right now because this is a video.
I don't know about that. They might also allow that, but we don't need it.
I don't want to risk it. They're already too kind.
Yeah.
Where's this going to go? Probably on the Courier.
Do we double block the Courier?
It shuts them off of cards. We know Fairgrounds Warden's going to come down, but Fairgrounds Warden kind of... Well, we have Royal Eruption as well that can deal with the Dragon Master Outcast, so we can immediately Fairgrounds Warden to Jeek. Yeah, I think we do.
So I think because if they decide to let it happen, they lose those 2 cards, or they'll just sacrifice it, and we don't lose anything.
Yeah, I agree with you. They're getting 2 cards either way out of the Courier, which is fine. But now we get to completely turn the board around. I think they're in trouble here. They may have cracked this clue. Yeah, they are, actually.
Use the treasure to sacrifice to crack a clue. They'll probably play a land.
Oh my goodness. Yeah.
So play the planes from the fake hand. Say goodbye to Tajik.
Yep. Pretty good. We have 3/2 first strike on the board, and then a Royal Eruption in hand to deal with the Dragon Master Outcast.
Yep.
So it's going to be on the Channeler to do a lot of heavy lifting for the opponent. Look like a Heroic Reinforcements to me? Yes. But they took the land thinking that maybe they can... Yeah, that's... They're not going to like us. They're not going to like us.
No.
Just 3 damage. We'll put that on... I guess they're both kind of... I guess the Fairgrounds Warden is a lot less cards that deal 4 damage. So keep them off the Jeek longer.
Yeah.
If they kill Thalia, so be it. But Fairgrounds Warden... Like, there's Lava Coil, Demon Bolt, which they've already cast. So they're kind of lean on... Here we're just going to race because they're kind of obligated now to find a card to get out of this. So we just want to maximize pressure. They're not going to attack back with the 1/3. That is genuinely surprising that they did that.
They really thought they outplayed something.
They got Jaya's, but they can't cast it because they need a legend to do that.
Yep. So they just play a land and then they die. They should probably not do that on their main phase unless it's only at sorcery speed.
I think you could play them.
Oh, yeah.
So I think it doesn't beat timing rules.
Nope, it would not.
I'm going to hold the land and bluff something better than land. I don't think they're going to be able to get out of this. Not surprising coming from the Mad Russian? No, absolutely not. They stomp, and they get to cast the Bone Crusher Giant. That does some work here.
Yeah.
We'll say good draw for them.
Double spell.
They're going to attack us with the
and
Chandler.
They're coming in.
Okay, we got Usher of the Fallen.
So we also get 2 creatures.
We do. Okay, see if opponent can start to turn something. They still have Castle Emberth. We want to keep that in mind. Obosh. So, odd converted mana cost deals double damage.
I believe the giant qualifies.
It does. Chandler does not. So we can trade Usher and a token for Bone Crusher, or take 8. I think we probably trade.
Probably.
Lando's not great.
No, it was not.
I mean, we did get a bit. We were a bit light on lands early on, so it makes sense here that we're seeing them. But that's the tough part about getting mana screwed. Shatterskull Smashing is going to take care of the Fairgrounds Warden, I think.
Oh boy, yeah.
So it's red, so they red, and then they can kill the Fairgrounds Warden. So we are likely dead here. Obosh is going to deal us 6. Tajik's going to deal us 6. So that's going to be 12. Not going to be able to mentor it. So that's going to put us down to 4. Opponent will be tapped out, interestingly enough. So we'll see if... Because I don't imagine them not... I can't imagine passing up on very much coming close to killing us. Need a top deck. Yes, we do. And this was not good enough because that creature entering the battlefield is not going to trigger the monument, so we're not going to get 2 creatures out of it. So unfortunately, we are dead.
Oof.
Very close, but not. Unfortunately, the mana troubles in the beginning ended up becoming late game mana troubles for us as well. I don't think I don't think there was anything there that looked like it was a big problem in terms of how we handled playing it. I think we handled everything correctly in terms of allocating our resources. So I think that, and the deck operated mostly well, other than the obvious mana troubles, but it is what it is. And I definitely, I preach this all the time on the YouTubes and the stream. Just take the time after the game, think about your plays. It's easy to go, I got mana screwed in the beginning, and then I got mana flooded. And it's like, yeah, that's true. But what could you have done within that realm to play a little bit better? But I don't think we allocated any resources in a poor fashion. Opponent goes first, but we get to go Thalia plus Lava Coil backup, Fairgrounds Warden as well. So I think this is a fine keep. We don't want to see more land. We have plenty. But we'll lead on tapped Sacred Foundry just to make sure our lands are good. Yeah, anything that comes up double white or so. Exactly, yeah. If we get a 1-drop, I wouldn't sacrifice the life for it. And we did. So we get to go Usher of the Fallen into Thalia now, which sounds way better to me.
Oh, yeah.
And it's possibly we'll see what opponent does.
Them playing a blue land and then a black land makes me want to immediately Thalia.
Thalia means they get to kill this. So do we combat then Thalia? Well, either way, they're going to... All right, let's combat because they want to kill this Usher either direction, right?
Yeah.
That immediately snap went off. So I'm going to Thalia as opposed to Boast.
So I think Thalia, yes, because I think they're going to be a more spell-heavy deck.
Okay, cool, and it resolved. I was just wondering because the attack immediately went through as if there was no instant. And I was like, do I want to possibly risk a counterspell on Thalia? But this is going to be hard for them to come out of. If they had no 2-drop, non-creature spell, they have no 3-drop non-creature spell. I think Champion's just going to get Lava Coiled.
Oh god, yes.
Because that exiles it. We don't have to worry about them using it anymore. What just went in the yard?
Pierce the sky. No. A Hydra.
Uvenwald Hydra, yeah.
Ugh.
I think we'll just play out Castle Ardenvale, and then Lava Coil the Champion of Wits, and then get in for 4.
All of these things are great.
Yeah. They have a Temple of Deceit, and they scry immediately to the bottom. Trial of Ambition, we sacrifice a creature. I think it's going to be Thalia. Usher, we can activate.
Yeah, we can just keep making more creatures, so yeah.
Thalia's very good, but Thalia may have run her course here.
So Sacred Foundry tapped, probably? Or no, we want to
keep up a braid, yeah. So play Mountain Attack, activate our Boast, and then hold up a braid. Just keep an army going. Deal with whatever they play, hopefully with a braid. If not, with Fairgrounds Warden. Uvenwald Hydra, interesting. They can play their spells on time again. We'll see what they have. Untapped land into our turn sounds great.
My vote is the Needle Verge is the other Verge.
As the white
so
one.
We can activate the castle.
Okay. Next to combat, we'll see what they do. Attack. Immediately
we want
I'll boast
here. But
yeah. Long term, that lets us activate that. And still, right here, the advantage is we have to hold up a braid, so that's quite nice.
Yeah. And
this is why the Usher's so good. Like, the Usher's just, like, it's a 1-card army. They're playing Thassa Deep Dwelling, so they're trying to set up something. Exile up to 1 other target creature. Yeah, there's no other creatures out. Okay. There's a Shepherd of the Flock. So let's go to combat. Boast. We can't... Yeah, so Sacred Foundry is correct here.
Yeah.
We can't activate the Ardenvale even if we play an untapped land. This lets us hold up Shepherd of the Flock if we need to pick something up, plus a braid. And the opponent scoops.
Makes sense.
Could not deal with Usher of the Fallen. That's impressive. That's impressive. But that's the tough thing about late game decks. Like, we played one last draft, is they have to do something. If not, they're just such a victim to these. Like, the opponent didn't draw any extra cards. Outside of, they did card selection with the Champion of Wits, but they really didn't have any card advantage. They didn't really have much interaction. They just didn't have the cheap spells. They were, like, setting up for something potentially very cool, but that's the problem with that deck, is you don't really get to see it because, yeah, we go first. I think this hand's totally keepable. We can scry 2 on Charming Prince on 2. And we have a trick and possible damage to the opponent's head. We have Lava Coil for a creature. A lot of things to like about this hand. So we'll lead off with Plains just in case we hit a double white card, which is more likely than a double red card. Opponent leads on Swamp into Archfiend's Vessel. So opponent likely a Reanimator style deck. We'll play a Charming Prince. We would like to scry 2. Vantage is not bad. Oketra's Monument is not bad. Maybe we want Monument.
Well, we want the Vantage
next turn.
Next turn. Otherwise, it comes into play tapped.
Yeah, we'll take them both. I think I want to see what the opponent does, because they immediately just swing with Archfiend's Vessel. I'm not going to block it, and I'm going to exile it with Lava Coil, because they may be trying like little tricks, like getting it back as a demon. This is definitely a sacrificey black deck. They did not swing the Vessel, so let's play this. Let's go ahead and play Harvester, because we want to wait for Monument to start playing our creatures.
Yeah. And that's just a really good card.
It is. No attacks here. We'll just wait to block. See if opponent has a way to sacrifice a Perilous Mirror. Or not. They have a tap land into a Reassembling Skeleton. So yeah, definitely a sacrifice for value deck. Our turn. I think we're going to play this Monument, then play... We could play... This is the... We have... Yeah, but I think we're okay. I think we want this white side.
Yeah.
Then we can Lava Coil. We could Lava Coil away. Any of these are valid targets for Lava Coil. We can Monument into nothing at the moment. We can attack with Harvester and gain some life. I do like getting down the Monument here.
Yeah, setting up Monument's pretty big here, I think.
So we'll just hold. We get to hold Shepherd. We get to hold Integrity. So there's no reason to attack here. It does pressure the opponent a little bit, but their attacks right now are very anemic.
I almost want to Shepherd the Prince anyway, just for the extra scry we get.
Right. Yeah, it's interesting to see if we block what they do. Like, we could block any of these 1/1s, and then if they okay, now I get to do a thing. In response to the thing, we get to go, well, back to our hand.
Yeah. Ooh, they're doing something.
Nightmare Shepherd. Well, that's a valid target for a Lava Coil.
Yeah, and that's perfect, because that means they'll probably attack with something.
They don't.
No, they didn't.
Okay. Yeah, I think we still pick this Charming Prince up. Because then we can go Lava Coil plus Prince.
And I like that being our 4th turn. Oh, also the Prince costs 1 less, so we can Lava Coil, Prince, and Usher.
Yeah, let's start with Lava Coil. Get this Nightmare Shepherd out of the tournament. So let's Charming Prince.
Get an extra 1/1.
Scry 2. Legion's Landing's fine. That can win us a long game with the...
Adanto.
Yeah, and then we'll play Shepherd because they know about it. We'll hold the Usher in case, because Usher looks better after some kind of a board wipe anyway.
Do we want to... I guess not. Could have gone in
with the Harvester.
Yeah.
With all the... Yeah, maybe it was good to crew with a token and then attack. I was thinking holding it back as a blocker is potentially pretty good, but 2/2 is good enough. Now we definitely can, because we're going to have a lot going on here. So I guess we can lead with that. So let's go ahead.
Do we want to...
Yes.
We want to play Legion's Landing and go in with a couple extra tokens in addition? And that way we can flip that immediately?
I think that's valid.
Because we can crew the Harvester with the token.
Yeah, we can play Usher and make a token and use that that particular token.
That's also good.
Crew 1, use this. I think Prince can come... he should stay back because he blocks well. So I think just your notion of 2 tokens is right.
Yeah, just the 2 Vigilant tokens. Flip this land out.
It's quite good.
Yeah.
I think this is fine.
So they'll probably try to hit the Usher with the Perilous Mirror trigger?
Whatever they hit, we're just going to +2/+2.
Yeah, for sure.
Gives us a lot. An opponent not a lot. They get to sack Skeleton here and then bring it back. Which is a cool little piece of technology for the opponent, but I don't know if it's doing enough. I kept the card on top. They could have done that again if they needed to. Gonti, Lord of Luxury. A near tap out. They have a
I mean, I'm not looking forward to what they grabbed, but we'll see.
Absolutely. Okay. Shadow Spear. So Shadow Spear equip takes us out of the ability to activate a Danto. So I don't know if that's the best line for us. I think just attacking with the Harvester is correct.
Yeah.
So let's go ahead and crew 1. Let's go ahead and gain a life. And we'll play our Shadow Spear, but we won't equip.
Which will hopefully scare them.
Yeah.
Or confuse them.
Yeah, Trample's not bad. Like, put on the Shepherd of the Flock. All right, you're blocking, but how much are you going to throw in the way? Whoa.
Interesting concede there, but
yeah.
All right.
What'd they get with Gonti that was that poor that was a scoop?
Yeah, we could have. I think we could have looked at it if we viewed Battlefield. But at least I think that it gets revealed after the game.
You may be right.
I know that's when you can look at like all the foretold cards.
Morphs.
Like you actually have to view Battlefield to see all those things.
That's interesting.
Because otherwise, like, they get revealed, but you don't get a chance to see it unless you go back. So,
Uzi. Uzi goes first.
Uzi and Drix.
His hand looks good. Uzi and Drix.
Yeah, Uzi and Drix.
You're dating us. The movie or the cartoon? Did the cartoon have a different name?
The cartoon was Ozzy and Drix. Osmosis Jones was the movie.
There you go. Okay. I think just planes into Bomat Courier's fine.
So I'm not the one that's dating anything. You're the one that's like, oh, I can't remember anything about old cartoons.
I'm too old. I'm too old to remember. I can't remember. Mountain. I think
do we just play 2 1-drops here?
I think Thalia is just good.
Okay. It just, Shadow Spear costing 1 more is not the worst.
Nah. I'm cool with that, or our removal spells having to tap out that turn for them is fine. But the opponent not being able to answer anything, if that's their plan, feels pretty good. Or make a token or something like that. Land. Sigrid.
Uh-oh.
Okay. Sure. Okay, they just elect to take it.
So we're just going to kill that, or just play a 1-drop and a 2-drop?
I think 1-drop, 2-drop seems fine. Add to our board, then deal with that card. Because they may feel safe.
We can also equip Shadow Spear to Thalia and make them figure that out.
First Strike Trample is gnarly. Fairgrounds Warden's going to take care of Thalia.
Just figured that out.
No blocks for us. Okay. No land there is a little rough.
Yeah, which thing do we want back?
Can start with an attack with the Banneret, but that, like, kind of... Yeah, it's got a built-in pump, so they probably won't block.
I'll take 1.
So I think we probably just... I'm just debating on what I want exiled versus what I want to kill. I think we go ahead and exile the Fairgrounds Warden, so there's no chance of them bringing it back.
Yeah.
They get a clue, but that's kind of fine. The advantage of getting back Bomat Courier, obviously being that we could keep up a combat trick. Thalia obviously punishing us a little bit with this hand, but I think that's fine. Ugh, Heliod. Thraben Inspector.
Well, at least we can make Heliod not indestructible if it comes to it.
Yes. Okay. How do we approach this turn? I think it's just attack. Maybe it's equip attack.
I like equip attack.
Equip attack means we're solely on the integrity plan, but I think that's fine. Means that Thraben Inspector does not get to block. Okay. Guess what? We have a Bomat Courier again.
That feels nice.
Yeah, we have a lot of options. If we draw land, we can Royal Eruption plus pump the Goblin Banneret and attack. Damn it! Put it on mono creatures that come down and do stuff. This is going to be a long time before we get to Royal Erupt. Oh, wow, they took the Spear. That's interesting.
So I think just the Harvester here, so they can attack in.
Yeah. Seems valid to me. We have 2 cards that can kill.
And one more red source, and we can 2 for 1 ourselves to get back the Shadow Spear.
Yeah. Heliod's going to be problematic.
So we can block it for, like, at no risk to it, really.
Yeah.
And we can technically gain life ourselves if we wanted to.
Yeah, I think we do. They get a little bit more advantage off that because of Heliod.
Yeah.
Alright, our turn. Land is fine. That means we want it as the red source. So I think we take down the... I think Jared's plays the right one. I mean, we could Pillar the Usher, but if we hold back Thalia, they really can't do much. They can give it lifelink, but the first strike kind of tags it down. They could lifelink the Thraben Inspector, though, is a potential, but I do think we need to get our Shadow Spear back to get Heliod off the battlefield. And also Pillar Flame being the last damage on this thing. Means it's exiled. They don't get to recur it. So see if their last card's a trick. It's not. Okay, Heliod no longer a threat.
Also an important piece.
I think we attack here with the Harvester. They do get Heliod that way. Because 3/4 doesn't care about 3/5, so I think that's a problem either way.
Yeah.
So I might as well get in damage while I can.
Well, it wouldn't get the counter until they gained the life, but...
Yeah, it would just be like they would hit and nothing would happen. Draw a card. Sounds reasonable to me.
Yeah, they may have been hoping for like a...
I have no reason not to.
What one mana trick is there?
Divine Visitation. Opponent's deck is ambitious.
That's awful with the Usher.
Offer with the Usher. I agree with that. Aspiring Vantage, not our best draw ever. Tap land looking mighty shabby here.
It does.
So we can pump Banneret, put a counter, put a counter on Thalia. If it attack, and then Bomat could crew the Harvester. But then, and we could equip the Shadow Spear to it. It's a lot of ambitious attacking. Heliod just eats Thalia. Banneret just trades with Thraben Inspector, and then they're left with an Usher that creates an Angel. So I think the answer is probably crew the Harvester, equip the Shadow Spear, maybe attack, or maybe it's just crew the Harvester, attack, play the land, because we can't activate Castle Ardenvale, right? We can.
We can.
So I guess we do that. So let's crew. And I guess we'll play out our tap lane just in case we want to draw something. Just in case we do draw something and want to double spell or pump the Banneret, equip the Shadow Spear. We have a lot of things we want to do with our mana, so there's no reason to bluff like we have something better.
Yeah.
The value in having the mana is way higher than the value in bluffing a card. This opponent's deck is quite bizarre.
It's really powerful.
It's got some weird stuff in it. There's no doubt about that.
Heliod coming in is kind of terrifying, but we do have the ability to double block.
So let's go ahead and make a token.
Well, is that our best option?
Is there activating the Shadow Spear?
Activating Shadow Spear and double blocking. We would lose Thalia and the Banneret, but it would be able to deal 5 to it. I don't know if that's worth it.
I guess so. I mean, we'll try it. It's a line.
Because we have to pump and activate Shadow Spear. I guess we could have just single blocked that. Well, yeah. Oh well. That's my B for not figuring. Remember, we can double block. Because I thought the pump cost 3 on the Banneret, not 2.
It's alright. It happens. It's a thinking game. Okay, they traded a lot. But they're trying to get it to where they can take over with Angels, it appears. So we can take out Throne of the God Pharaoh. More importantly, we can take out Usher of the Fallen here. Take the potential for Angels off our back. So let's go ahead and do that. I'm going to do it at sorcery speed because I don't want to give them the chance to boast or have a trick or pump or anything.
And now we should... I don't think it matters if we equip attack, so just...
attack with Harvester?
Attack with Harvester.
Okay. We do want to keep pressure up. This is a 3-turn clock. Opponents got obviously way more than a 3-turn clock. So they have to kind of possibly give up their Arachneer if they want it. They don't.
Yeah.
We can't activate with the mana we have up, so I'll just equip through Bomat Courier just so we have it equipped.
Yeah. I will say, I forgot that the thing had reached, so maybe next time when we attack, we actually do equip. So if they block, we still get the trample damage through. Oh, that's kind of a problem.
It's a problem in that we're now out of creature spells. We have the token, obviously. But they may forget about Castle Ardenvale and attack us with the Arachneer.
Yeah.
They do not.
They did not.
But they got a long road to hoe if they're going to get us with the... Heroic Reinforcements is pretty nice.
Wait. Oh, wait, no. Okay. Yeah, I was like, wait, can we make a creature first? And the answer is no. Of course not. But we can equip one of them.
We can equip one of them. It's pressure. Can't read it. Escape 5.
It can escape. Yeah, it can escape.
4 cards.
But
But it needs 4 cards. Damn, they had another crew 3.
And it requires another green.
That's interesting. I'm going to Fairgrounds Warden, I think, see if they fire up that console's flagship.
Yeah.
Doesn't put any creatures in the yard for the Arachneer. Looks like that's immediately what they're going to go to do. Yep. Okay. If we crew and attack, they can block the Harvester and they eat it. They can block the token and eat it. If we put the equipment on the Harvester, nothing happens and then they just eat the token. So an attack's not really super valuable here.
Nope. I say just equip onto the Fairgrounds Warden.
Yeah, give it another toughness.
Because then that way, if they do somehow attack with the Sky Sovereign, it can't just outright kill it.
Right. That's exactly what I was thinking as well. Because we don't want the console flagship to take us down. Looks like they may have something. A Valorous Stance.
Son of a gun.
Toughness 4 or greater? Oh, that's interesting.
Oh, that's awful.
Yeah, we were kind of in a pinch either way you spin it.
Yeah, I mean, they had a way to probably kill it either way, unfortunately.
It's going to be tough to get in this last 3 damage. Have we used stuff that deals 3 to the face yet? We used Royal Eruption. We used Intervention Integrity. Those are our 2, I think, most obvious ones that get us damage to the face.
I think so.
I think so, too. Can't really attack here. They have enough to escape the Arachneer, which is likely what's going to happen here.
No second green.
No second green, okay. There's your Temple Guard. Tapped? Oh, I guess going to 1 is a little untenable.
Yeah, we have a lot going on.
Yeah, they're not even willing to... There's an Ancestral Blade. That's something, at least.
Yeah.
Equip makes that a 7 toughness creature, right? So we could crew, make it a 7 toughness creature, attack, and they have to block it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's the way. This is the way. Like I said, ambitious use of mana for an aggro deck.
Comes a stupid 5/7. They have to block, and it would just kill the Skyship. Holy moly.
Yeah, wow. That seems like an ambitious scoop, because, any card that creates tokens, they get in there. Could you imagine if they just had Raise the... I mean, Raise the Alarm's not in the cube, but anything that made 2 creatures is just, all of a sudden 2 4/4 flyers. That's not negligible. You gotta respect that. It's true. They were going deep, Stacky D.
That deck was awesome, but... Oof.
It felt like a couple different decks in one, but they were going deep. Opponent goes first. We have Alseid into Pillar, into Royal, into Intervention. We need to draw creatures, but I think this is fine on the draw.
Yeah.
It's a lot of reaction, but we have the Alseid, and hopefully we get another creature down. Seasoned Hollowblade is exactly the kind of creature I was talking about.
It's a good creature to have.
It is. No shock at the end of the turn. Oh, yeah, no. We are losing the Sweet Cards competition. That's easy. Easy loss on the Sweet Cards competition.
Pillar, you say?
I say. I don't know if I like that for adding to the board. Might just play Hollowblade and just go enjoy your Perilous Mirror. Could just throw it at them and see what they do with it. I don't know if I want to give up out. I'm just going to play Hollowblade.
All right, well done.
Thanks.
Talk yourself out of a lot of things.
I did. I just kind of don't care about Perilous Mirror all that much. Because like you said, Pillar of Flame answers it. I'd just rather do it on a cleaner turn. If they sack the Perilous Mirror here, cool, you got my Alseid. Because you're not going to get the Hollowblade. We'll discard a card for that. If they tap out to play something else, we get the option to exile. Phoenix is fine. Question is, do they attack here?
They better not. I'm just hoping they don't.
Well, that's fine if they do. I'm a race I can handle. We're built to race. So mana efficiency, we probably want to lava coil out but the more damage might be relevant, so Pillar's probably correct, even though it's less mana efficient. Also still lets us hold up the integrity as well.
Yeah, there's mana efficiency and then there's damage efficiency, so the axis should favor damage efficiency when it comes to removal spells like this.
I think so. Because, like you said, you don't want our card to become a dead card later in the game. And even though we're giving up mana efficiency right now, we still have a card to back up and play, which is valuable. We have the Alcid we can activate, which is valuable. So I think we're in good shape there to be less mana efficient right then.
We have other things, so.
Oh, yeah. Next turn we get to flip Legion's Landing, which has got to be a little bit scary for the opponent. Squee the Immortal 100% resolves. We love squee around these parts.
Nothing we can do about it.
Nope. Our turn. I think we probably just Lava Coil, hold up the integrity, get in, flip the Legion's Landing.
Yeah.
Get rid of the Phoenix of Ash. It's not a problem anymore. That one can't be cast from exile, unlike the Goblin Nabob. What do I give them? The Alcid, maybe? The problem is they get to keep getting things.
That is a problem.
So I think the lifelink might be a little bit more valuable. So maybe I just Royal Erupt, but that could win us the game. Prince, I definitely want to get down, so that's not it. Integrity, I'm not super interested in, so I guess it's the Alcid.
Yeah.
I mean, if they're going to spend all of their turns just recasting Squee, I think that's kind of fine for us.
It is and isn't, because I think it's actually going to be a huge roadblock for it.
There he is again. And it's our turn. Okay, Charming Prince. Let's get some Scry on. Get some information. Scry for 2, please. I think Bomat's fine. Comes down, attacks immediately.
Yeah.
Think probably just lifelink token if they want to trade a turn for one lifelink damage. Looks like they do.
I mean, yeah, at this point, we're just kind of like, all right, go ahead. We'll keep doing the same thing.
Yeah, the thing is, they're not gaining any headway. They're just stopping a creature from attacking. Eventually, we'll get around that. If they're building towards something, I mean, it's a great line. It buys them turns. Obviously, without knowing their hand, we don't know what the opponent's game plan is. If it's spinning their wheels waiting for a card, that's a little ambitious.
Yeah.
But it may be their best move. If they're trying to feign us into put out a bunch of stuff so I can wipe the board, that's pretty good. We shall see. Because worst case, we have a Danto on tap, which is great.
Removal spell, you say?
It looks like that's what they're lining up. I'm just not sure what it is. Feed the Swarm. I think we protect him. And I'll just give them the integrity.
Yeah. I think they still take 2 damage.
They do. It's an ambitious one. It's just that's a big ploy to get one card out of our hand. I think we Royal her up, cast the Bomat, and smash them.
Yeah.
This is kind of us making a declaration. They have to do something other than just play Squee now.
Yeah, because now they're going to be down to 4?
Yeah, 4 life.
Yeah.
that Squee's no longer... Casting Squee and passing is no longer good enough, so they have to show us their good card now. Sarkin the Merciless.
That's
or Masterless.
a good card.
That's not good enough card. Disfigure...
How does the Masterless...
Whenever a creature attacks you or a planeswalker you control, the dragon
deals
one damage.
Well, each dragon...
Yeah, you control deals 1 damage to that creature. So they get to blow up the Courier and the Shepherd.
Yeah, so we can't actually attack with those 2 creatures.
So we can just attack with Charming, which just gets blocked.
Yep.
We can attack with Bomat, trigger on the stack, sack him, to draw 2 cards.
Yeah.
Oh.
Or you...
Their effect happens first.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I forgot about how stacking. I thought we could at least...
When you're the active... Yeah, when it's your turn, your effects go on the stack first, the opponents go on the stack second. The last thing on the stack resolves first.
Alright, well, we'll just start pooping out tokens and hope we can do something.
Yeah. Yeah, any removal spell becomes pretty good. Almost any removal spell in our deck. Hazoret is an attacker. They can attack with Sarkin. That's all kind of fine. We have the first fort as well. Hazoret does not trample. Hazoret does not attack. You got me. That's interesting. Mm-hmm. It's tenuous. Plains is a very bad draw.
Very.
Nothing much we can do if that dragon's out. Still gonna do this because we can activate a Danto. We just need to figure out a plan. But now opponent gets to where like playing Squee actually a good play for them. So we're in a bit of trouble here. Thinking about what we can draw to get out of this. We played our Royal Eruption, played our Integrity Intervention, so that's damage to the face. Oh god, Glorybringer? I think we're most certainly dead.
It's
a dragon. That way, looking like a dragon from Sarkin. It can just start tagging a creature every other turn because of its exert.
I don't think they care about that at this point.
They might. I probably would. Just take down like our Charming Prince or our Shepherd and just leave us with nothing. But you may be right. They may be more interested in pumping up the volume. I don't know. It's hard to say. It's a 3-turn clock if they don't exert the Glorybringer.
Yeah, like, what are they doing? Why didn't...
They didn't attack with the Dragon, so I guess they're just paying a lot of respect to us with them being at 4 life. But they activated Sarkin in their second main phase instead of attacking us for what could have been 12. Benelish Marshal.
That's huge. Now we can attack. No, we can't. Damn, extra dragon. Oh my god, that was the worst timed extra dragon.
It was. And Hazoret's still on the block, means we can't do much. So
my god, that's so bad.
Yeah. They can't attack with Hazoret because of lifelink. They can attack us for 12. I think they attack and exert with the Glorybringer to blow up the Benelish Marshal. I think they just kind of have to here. It's the safest line they have. It doesn't look like they did.
No. If we draw...
They're going to squee here, most assuredly. There's outs. If we
draw Shadows, we win.
Devils play us.
What?
They didn't do that sooner.
Man, that's
so interesting. That's interesting.
Yeah, what?
Some strange choices. So we were dead to rights that game. Just opponent decided to play their cards out in a very strange way.
They just wanted to play all their cards.
They could have. Yeah, it's interesting. I mean, it is what it is. About a turn too slow there, I think. So the Squee did help them there. Their plan of implementing the Squee slow roll, if you will, was definitely a good one. Definitely a good one. Opponent goes first. We have our white mana, so we can Legion's Landing on 1, Hollowblade on 2. We're on the draw, so I think this is pretty good. We just gotta remember to play this correct side.
A little bit.
White. Legion's Landing.
Maybe Hollowblade isn't as good as I think it is.
Hollowblade's pretty good. He definitely did some work there.
Yeah, but we did discard a card to it that would have dealt 4 to their face.
Was it 4 or 3?
It's 4, I think. If it is only 3, then I'm mistaken. I may be combining things. But
I think it's a 3/3. I think it's 3/3 for 4, but you could be right.
Should have at least taken out Sarkin.
Yeah.
But
Reclamation Sage on our Legion's Landing, that's just rude.
what?
I think next turn's going to be a Fairgrounds Warden in to get rid of the Reclamation Sage.
Damn.
I don't know if we want to go that deep. It could be getting down Mentor of the Meek. I think establishing Mentor sounds pretty good to me.
Yeah, Mentor here would be pretty good.
Let's go ahead and attack.
I just think it's funny that Mentor doesn't have Mentor.
They're electing to trade half a card. Well, I mean, kind of the Legion's Landing. It's kind of the Reclamation Sage completely cleaned up the Legion's Landing, which is interesting.
Yeah.
So they got a full card for a full card there.
Kind of weird.
A weird way to figure out card value and who's ahead in that race. Big thanks to everybody for hanging out with us here on Twitch. Again, we're here every single Sunday, almost every single Sunday that we can. 8 o'clock Eastern Time for the Hangins Out. If you're watching this on YouTube, thanks so much. Remember to hit that like and subscribe button. Here, I think it's just probably attack, see what they do.
Yeah.
Before we commit another spell. Glorious Protector. It's going to tag our Mentor, it looks like. You may exile... Yep, okay. Just a 3/4. Just a 3/4 Flash and Flying. Okay.
Do we 2 for 1?
I think so. Just get it off the board. We only have 1 red source, though. That's partially on me. I think we just Fairgrounds it. As opposed to not adding to the board at all. This lets us add 2 creatures to the board. I'd rather maximize the pressure, though we do lose out. That's on me. I should have waited to play our land if I was going to make the play of gathering information. Does technically count as a punt, so I'll add it to my punt counter. Not bad for the stream, though. So far, 1 on the whole stream.
Yeah. Well, that we counted.
I don't think we had any other big punts.
No, nothing really that we would have done differently.
Stone. That's fine. We get a clue off of that. We got a big beefer in our way again.
But here comes something good, hopefully.
That'd be nice.
Lava Coil?
Bomat Courier.
Oh, that is not what I was talking about.
No, it's not. I think we swing everything.
Yeah, we could multiple for 1 ourselves anyway, yeah.
So let's... Wait, can I put full control on and... Do I get this trigger now, or no? I'll just try it. Try it and see what I get.
Should have already triggered.
Yeah. Yeah, I think this is fine. And we just abrade out the Glorious Protector. And then we have the Castle Ardenvale at the minimum to pump out a creature every turn. And we'll hope that's good enough. Opponent's stuck on land, so this kind of pinches them. They may have to pop a clue here to try to make their land drop. Okay, they have a spring for a tapped land. Usher was a beautiful draw, actually. So now we can crack a clue if we want to.
Well, do we want to play a 2/1 or just make 1/1s with our land?
I think playing the 2/1 that can make more 1/1s on the cheap's better with the clue out, because we could draw a card right now as well.
I like that.
Let's draw a card. And see what else, because if we can, I was going to say if we could double spell, it'd be even better, but the magic gods can be cruel, so we won't. I'll hold this mountain for now, in case they try to destroy our Hollow Blade. No reason to just play out a land here. Toski. He is indestructible, so we can't really deal anything. Can't really deal with him. So,
swing and then kick it at their face.
I like your plan. Can we kick it? We can't kick it yet.
How much does it cost to kick?
Like 5, yeah.
We can just discard a land then.
Yeah.
To keep that alive.
We get to boast here. Not too shabby.
Costs way too much to kick that thing.
Does. 7 mana is a lot. But it could win you the game. 5 damage to the face is a lot of damage.
Yeah, well, I've heard of Lava Axe.
Well, it's true. That is two more. This kills a creature, though.
That's fair.
Tristani Discordant.
Oh, well, that's big trouble.
Yeah, I think Toski's going to hit us. It says lifelink, right? No, the soldiers just do? Okay. Plains. Not a great draw.
No, but we can start making more tokens at least.
Yeah, I think the plan is tokens. Unfortunately. See how aggressive they want to get. They may be afraid, so they may not send their tokens. That's kind of our hope. Because if we top deck land, we get to just throw the eruption at them. They may be... I was going to say, is it non-human? Never a creature, just a creature, okay.
A creature. It's that good.
I mean, it should be, right? A lot.
Yeah.
It's got a lot. It's a 4-drop 1/1.
Do we just chump, or do we double block something?
I think we probably want to double, because they're getting through no matter what, because I don't want to throw that much into it. So I think we just double block a soldier. Problem is now they're at 9. I don't want to say the game's out of reach for us, but the game's quickly falling out of reach. It's going to require something pretty good to get us by. And their follow-up's got to be pretty shabby. It's not. Don't think we're beating that.
No, that's pretty good.
Getting to slide the Tristani is basically unbeatable. Land of Werewolves is inconsequential.
Yeah. Okay.
Plains.
And plains, so...
We'll kick a Royal Eruption at their head and scoop. A little disappointing. We're a turn behind on that Royal Eruption. That sucks.
We're a turn behind a lot on that deck.
It's, like you said, 7 mana is a lot. And it's just... I mean, we're not looking to win with a kick Royal Eruption, right? That's not the way the deck's aiming to play. But that is 3-3. Not the worst. So we tried. The cube is tricky. It really rewards kind of you picking the open lane and following it. I think we were in the open lane. I think the deck was pretty good. I think that the curve could have been I think we could have gone a little bit creature heavier in deck construction, and that probably would have behooved us a little bit more. But I think we had a good amount of removal, a good amount of creatures that did do stuff, some stuff that generated creature tokens. So it's pretty good. Those of you on YouTube, again, we appreciate you hanging out with us. Please like and follow, and we will see you on the next video, YouTube. Thanks so much. Cast more spells. Please do that. Do that.